In this video, we are going to solve some numericals which were asked in previous board examinations. This numerical was asked in All India Dehradun exam, means CBSE All India. So, see, two large parallel thin metallic plates are placed close to each other. The plates have surface charge densities of opposite signs and of magnitude 20 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb per meter square. Calculate the electric field intensity in the outer region of the plates, in the interior region between the plates. So we have two parallel thin metallic plates. We have studied in our previous topics about this question. See, we have two metallic plates, thin plates. One is positively charged and another is negatively charged. They have surface charge densities 20 into 10 power minus 12 coulomb per meter square, means both have same surface charge density. If I say this one is sigma 1, this one is sigma 2, so according to our question, sigma 1 is equals to sigma 2 in magnitude and it is 20 into 10 to the power minus 12. Alright, coulomb per meter square. So this will be our surface charge density. If I say this one is equals to sigma, we will use it later. First, see here, the directions of the electric field generated by this plate and this plate, we will see it separately. We have done it before. For this, if I say electric field is E1 and for this it is E2, so the direction of electric field in this region for E1 is positive charge, so electric field E1 will be this side for this region, and by this plate, since it is negatively charged, arrow will be inward. So for here it is inward. Here electric field E2 will be here in this direction towards the plate, just because it is negative charge, and E1 is again outward from this charge, so E1 will be in this direction, and here E2 will be this direction. This one is E2, and in this region E2 inward, E1 outward, E2 inward. So for, if I said we are naming it region 1, region 2 and region 3. So in region 1 and region 2, E1 and E2 are in opposite directions, and in region 3, E1 and E2 are in same direction. So we will do it according to region. In region 1, we have done it before. Region 1, this electric field E1 is equals to how much? Sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. If you know the formula. So E1 is equals to sigma 1 upon 2 epsilon naught, and E2 is equals to again sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. अगर आपको नहीं आता, you have to revise it. Here sigma 1 and sigma 2 are same, so we can say E1 is equals to E2 is equals to magnitude of E1 and magnitude of E2 is equals to E, and it is sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Both are same, but E1 and E2 are in opposite direction. So resultant मैंने नाम दे दिया E1. So it is E first region will be equals to E1 in one direction and E2 is opposite direction, both are same, so this will be 0, first region. Similarly for second region also, E1 and E2 are in opposite direction, both have equal magnitude. So in region 2, again, if I say I am naming it E2, then this will also be 0. But what about region 3? In region 3 means between the plates. Region 3 means between the plates. What will be the resultant? Both are in same direction. E1 and E2 are in same direction. So E3. So this E1 and this E2 will be add up, E1 plus E2, and the resultant will be sigma upon 2 epsilon naught plus sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. So it is sigma upon epsilon naught sigma is 20 into 10 to the power minus 12. Yes, 20 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb per meter square, and it is divided by epsilon naught, 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb square per Newton meter square. Coulomb per meter square. Yes, here some problem is this, Newton meter square per coulomb square. Coulomb square per Newton meter square. Yes, it is this. So solving it, we will get almost 2.26. Yes, yes, 2.25 around, and units will be coulomb, 1 coulomb cancel out, meter square cancel out, Newton per coulomb. So this will be our answer. Now next question, what were asked in this question? Yes, in the outer region, both outer region it is 0, in the interior region we have solved the answer. Now we will see next question. See this. Using Gauss law, derive an expression for electric field intensity at any point outside a uniformly charged thin spherical shell of radius capital R and charge density sigma coulomb per meter square. The field lines when the charge density of the sphere is negative and when it is positive. So we have already read about the spherical shell, so I am not going to the theory part, I am just solving the question. See, we have read about a spherical shell. I have a spherical shell, it has radius capital R. Some charge, if I say some charge capital Q is spread over this surface. This is a spherical shell. I have to calculate the charge, the electric field at any point outside this shell. This is a shell, this point is outside the shell. So I have to make a Gaussian surface here, make a Gaussian surface. If I say this Gaussian surface having radius r and their centers are coinciding, small r, the radius is small r of that Gaussian surface. I am considering a small area, and we have done it before. Take this direction as radial direction r cap, and what the area, that elemental area we have considered, you have to take this area as area vector n cap. So we have done it all these things before, but when we apply the Gauss theorem, we have seen we have to equate the total flux passing through that area is equals to Q by epsilon naught. So I am putting it directly. If I am considering the area, the electric field at that Gaussian surface is uniform and it is E. So E into the area where 4 pi r square, the outer area, 4 pi small r square. I am putting the Gauss theorem directly. What was that? Total flux passing through the Gaussian surface, through the Gaussian surface is equals to Q upon the total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface is always Q, just because nothing charge is outside and not extra charge is there, only capital Q is there, divided by the epsilon naught. So I am putting it here directly, Q by epsilon naught. So E is equals to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square, but this Q is actually uniformly distributed here. So inside actually the spherical spherical shell have radius r, so surface area of spherical shell is 4 pi r square. Surface area of shell, it is equals to 4 pi r square. So sigma the surface charge density, if I say this is this, so it is equals to total charge upon total area, 4 pi r square. All right, total charge upon total area. So this Q, capital Q, the total charge will be equals to 4 pi r square multiplied by this sigma. So put it here, capital Q, E is equals to 4 pi capital R square sigma divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square, where capital R is the radius of the spherical shell and small r is the position at which we have to calculate the electric field. So this E will be equals to 4 pi cancel out, r square sigma upon epsilon naught r square, and this is our required expression. We have done it before. Alright, not that expression but till here. Alright, so this is our required expression. Now the next question is, draw the field lines when the charge density of the sphere is positive and negative. When the charge density is 40, I have told you that the spherical shell, when we are considering it, considering our point outside the spherical shell, that spherical shell behaves as if it is a point charge. मतलब वो spherical shell अगर हम कोई point P बाहर बहुत दूर पे ले लें तो spherical shell कैसा behave करता है, point charge की तरह behave करता है. So if first case, when sigma or the surface charge density is positive, when sigma is positive, it means positive charge is placed at the surface. So field directions will be, this shell will be treated as a positive charge, positive point charge. So the field lines will be radially outward. So you have to just make it like this, radially outwards. Similarly for negative charge, sigma is negative, this will be radially inward, simple. This is for radially inward, the negative distribution of charges. So this is our required answer. This is all for this video. Thank you.